Yokaichi Shohei, OhGreen of the Choric Sentai Ohranger, the 19th Super Sentai show which aired from 1995 to 1996. Portrayed by Kunio Masaoka, his character was the oldest of the Ohrangers, was a boxer and second in command of the team. Since around 2016, a mysterious urban legend began to spread amongst tokusatsu fans relating to this character, one that makes very little sense and had fans startled and confused. The legend goes like this. A young Mr. H is watching Ohranger on TV as usual at 5:30 PM on a Friday evening. The theme song plays, the episode begins. In the middle of the episode, OhGreen is fighting a mottled monster on a very crowded train and is losing this battle. He is then, in a disturbingly graphic scene, stabbed by a kitchen knife. The episode ends and switches to a black screen with a white tell-up reading, OhGreen wa shinimashita, translated as, OhGreen is dead. This scene was said to have traumatized both children and adults watching. Mr. H's mother went immediately to grab the TV remote to switch the TV off. Mr. H's father was also there, which to him was strange, as he was not supposed to be back from work until 7 PM, and Ohranger ended around 6 PM. He looked at the time and saw that it was actually 9 PM. Also strangely, in the next episode, OhGreen appears as if nothing had happened at all. Now, a death occurring in a Sentai show was nothing new at this point. In fact, one of the members of the very first team, Ohranger, died in battle. On top of this, Ohranger was infamously known for attempting to tackle darker themes before those plans had to be scrapped due to unfortunate events which occurred around the time the show aired in Japan. However, this did not happen at all in Ohranger. A bloody death of the hero who appeared just fine in the next episode did not seem right to many, and theories began to rise to explain this sporadic story. There are two main theories that explain this bizarre occurrence. Some believe this is because a somewhat similar occurrence did happen in another tokusatsu show that was an Ohranger, but instead was Voice Logger. This show is known for its many homages to the tokusatsu genre and features an all-star cast playing heroes in colored suits. Voice Logger Emerald, the green hero, dies in episode 9 after being stabbed. It is possible that many confused Voice Logger Emerald for OhGreen, considering they are both green heroes and are represented by very similar shapes. However, there is a huge hole in this theory. Voice Logger ran for 12 episodes in the beginning of 1999, whereas Ohranger aired in 1995. So we have to go back to when the legend first began to spread to determine how it came to be. The first instance of this urban legend being mentioned was in a collection of ghost stories titled Kaiden Goshiki Juso, published in 2015. While the story garnered some attention, it was popularized by the novelist of the book, Shizakumon Izuru, when he appeared on the TV program Kaiden no Shihana Kikaseteyo, roughly translated as Let Me Hear the Ghost Story. He stated that he heard the story from Mr. H himself, years after his initial experience. However, this turns out to just be a memory error of his, as it turns out he confused this with another event that also took place in 1995, this event being the murder of Hideo Murai on April 23rd. Murai was a senior member of Aum Shinrikyo, a Japanese doomsday cult which was responsible for the deadly Tokyo subway sarin attack, one of the events which resulted in Ohranger's model production. During a police raid of their headquarters, which was being broadcast live on TV by many news outlets, Murai was stabbed with a knife by someone in the crowd, and he died later in an ambulance. This event took place on live TV, and many saw it happen. But how does this link with what Mr. H thought had happened? Well, Murai was wearing green at the time of the event, and had short hair similar to Kunio Masaoka. He was crowded by many members of the media, similar to how OhGreen was supposedly on a very crowded train. And to top it all off, the person who stabbed Murai was reportedly wearing clothes with mottled patterns. The urban legend of OhGreen was a bizarre case of the Mandela effect, a term used to describe situations where many believe something which turns out to be untrue.